Hello folks, hello. Welcome back to the wonderful world of Bloodborne with our friend Simon the Harrowed on a night when there is a big ass moon in the sky. IRL, that's correct. There's a big old moon out there. If you look out your windows you may see it. And so tonight simply had to be a night of the hunt. Now, oh, I've just realised that was a foolish move. We don't really want that. We want to beat the living failures, which is what we were doing, well, what we were failing to do last night. I think we did quite a lot last night. We went around, we killed Legarius, we killed Dark Beast Parl. Legarius was a good fight. Dark Beast Parl, I was about to call him Dark Beast Darl there. He was a bit under level for us. Hello Manco. You are moon-scented indeed. Always pissed me off, you know, how men's toiletries are like action, energy, active. I actually quite like, you know, using my missus's shampoo, you know, which is lovely fruits of the forest and strawberries and stuff like that. I don't want fucking, like, they seems like they're covering Mountain Dew after the, I don't know, maybe I'm an old man. When the red moon hangs low, the line between man and beast is blurred. Which item is that from, or is it a description? So, we didn't have much luck summoning for these guys yesterday. Might be the same today. We'll give it a minute. Oh my god. Well, welcome back to the research hall. I deserved that. I wasn't taking that guy seriously at all. I was like, I'll just walk up to him. I'll unload a charged R2 in his face. Hello Green Eggs Nam. It's a Miyazaki note. Well, yeah, that was a Miyazaki enemy as well. Evening AJ. And evening to you too, Manko. I didn't say that earlier. So yeah, the living failures, the question of what exactly is going on here and why they're living failures. There's some interesting thoughts on that. When we look at these, right? Great One's wisdom. I'm sure you remember the Madman's knowledge as well. We've just popped all of ours, but I'm sure we'll get one soon. Yeah, but why are they failed experiments, Green? Why are they failed? No, they're not to become a Great One. Right, anyway, point of the Great One's wisdom is in the skull. You see lots of phantasms, right? And the description for that includes the epiphany of Master Willem, which I should have looked at. Bergenworth Master Willem had an epiphany. We are thinking on the basis of planes. What we need are more eyes. Now, obviously there's a very literal eye thing in Bloodborne going on. But the other way to interpret eyes and lining the brain with eyes is these phantasms that everyone's obsessed with. Now these things are supposed to be, I think they're called familiars of the Great Ones. They're very highly associated with them anyway. And obviously there's the literal meaning of eyes in your head, but there's also this sense that phantasms are involved somewhere, like making your brain, I don't know, making your brain full of phantasms. What was making me think of this, and I've read things along this line before, so I definitely, like, none of the theories are mine, ever. Those who take this oath become a lumen wood that peers towards the sky, feeding phantasms in its luscious bed. Phantasms guide us and lead us to further discoveries. So, is that saying that the lumen wood, which is the living failures, I think, and Adeline, inside their heads are there loads of these little phantasms, these little things that we know from the fishing hamlet are parasites feeding on them? And are they the eyes on the inside? Because the phantasms can communicate with the Great Ones, can't they? Good evening, Purple Chimp. Did I miss someone above that? Sorry, I was taken up by phantasms. Hello, Swigs. Let's leave phantasms and the messengers aside for a minute. I think the messengers are pretty distinct. I do have a firm idea of what I think the messengers are. Anyway, the question of why the living failures are living failures, right? Why are they failures? And as you can see, he did scare me. I'll give him that. And the thing about the celestial emissary, right? And we know from the balcony bit down there, which on the ground floor, which mirrors where we fight the celestial emissary, that this is kind of where the experiments that led to the choir began. Why is the emissary, like, brilliant? Presumably, you know, it's because the emissary can actually speak to the Great Ones. And as we know from Adeline, they can hear the Great Ones. They can transcribe the milkweed rune. The living failures, you know, all seem to be like Adeline in terms of how their head is. So it's like, I don't know, it makes me think of that note near Rom as well that says true enlightenment need not be shared. It's like, if you make a being that can hear the Great Ones but can't communicate with them or you, is that effective? And could the celestial emissary speak to the Great Ones and back to people? Is that why it is the celestial emissary? Because that's its name, you know, and they don't make up stuff in names. Like, one of the really steady bits of lore in these games is always the boss names and location names. You know, they don't lie. So when it says celestial emissary, yeah, it makes me think he's a celestial emissary. You're still reeling from the left leg revelation. I'm very glad. Folks, that was something we worked out last night about Canehurst Knights. I mean, I say we worked it out, I'm sure somebody's worked it out somewhere in a forum before, but we worked it out live. Okay, we're not getting much luck in terms of summoning here, are we? Not getting much luck at all, which is really fucking me off because I kind of want to summon for this boss. We came very close last night. It's just a very hard boss on your own, really. But I could, you know, try it and be super safe on the meteors. Fuck it. As many famous warriors have said.
I have failed.
Oh, we can get Yamamura. I do think he's worth it. I know he boosts the health pool, but I think the fact there's 4 of them just makes him really useful. Just makes him really useful. I'm also gonna use the Phantasm Shell. Why not? Didn't mean to use it quite that early. Oh, I deserve better. Hits on the way up. That was nice. The game doesn't play fair, so why should you? Oh, he got so lucky. Is there an equivalent of the Ring of Sacrifice in Bloodborne? No, AJ. Hello, Spaces Noise. Green Eggs Nam. That is really good advice, but I'm afraid I don't really read the chat during boss fights. I guess you can also tell I find it difficult to talk during boss fights. I mean, that's just the way it is. I've just had an idea, which is I noticed all those Great One's wisdom. There's no reason not to pop them, and I think we can buy bolt paper now, which is a game changer. It's a game changer. They're going to be super weak against bolt. La la la, and I'm going to buy tons of it. Pop those skulls. We'll leave one in case we want to look at the description later for whatever reason. Yes. Oh, and it's only 1 insight as well. Okay, we'll get 20 to start with. I thought it was going to be 2 for some reason. A couple of beast blood pellets and bolt paper should absolutely shred through these guys. Where am I going? Oh, nightmare. Back to the nightmare. Yeah, sorry folks, that was a slightly lame death, but it's just so tempting to get the damage in on them because they've got so much health. I guess that's why they're a good boss though. Like, a lot of people diss the Living Failures, and I think it's an amazing setting, it's an amazing soundtrack, and it's a really weird fight, you know. I don't think they get enough credit for that, FromSoft. Like, some of their gimmick bosses miss the mark, but like, I think this is actually one of their better gimmick bosses. It's not even really a gimmick boss, it's just a different style of fighting. Hello, Ken. Okay. So, while we're waiting for this elevator, get rid of the slug. The bone blade is kind of distracting. Am I really going to use it? I guess I could. Why not? So, I mean, I've got my bolt paper, I've got my beast blood pellets. If I can't beat them with this, I don't deserve to call myself a hunter. Okay. Have to kill the old man. You just cannot turn down 12 easy quicksilver bullets. I'm sorry, but you can't. Oh, antidote. Get lost, old man. Also gives us a bit more time to get cooperators. Okay. Should we try them with the bolt paper and without Yamamura? Because I'm just not thinking we're going to get any summons tonight.
I have failed.
Let's go. Oh my god, what a start. I got really tag teamed there. You see what I mean about Yamamura? It's like he's got good survivability, and I think the distraction lets me get my beast blood pumping with the bolt paper. I'm pretty sure with Yamamura they will rue the fucking day. I've got the bit between my teeth now. They're going down. And then it's Maria. Ooh. Yeah, exactly, Green. It's kind of like... I definitely think this is one Sephiroth. I think Ludwig, in a way, Ludwig is an amazing fight solo, but he feels a bit like a kind of Monster Hunter boss almost. Absolutely no co-opers around, are there? Yeah, Rom is co-op fight. But other than that, I think,
I have failed.
you know, I think a lot of them work really well as both, you know, like Orphan of Cause is obviously an unbelievable solo fight. but works quite well because he's so fast and switches targets so quickly. Hello, Yamamura. Right. Yeah, well that tells you, I guess, doesn't it? Oh my god. What a start. Hello, Bertie. Oh, come on. Never was a backstab more deserved. Oh my god, no! Oh, you're kidding. You can't reliably visceral through that, can you? That is bullshit. But it's the last time we're gonna see that kind of bullshit. Because now, whenever they do the meteors, I'm gonna lock off. I'm gonna sprint to the Maria door. Yeah, welcome to the galaxy of bullshit. Oh, the old arcane defense, eh? Are we gonna get the choir outfit out? I should have been doing that earlier, shouldn't I? Oh well. But fashion-born is so important. Tell you what, maybe we could just put on the gloves. And the trousers. There we go. We still look the part. It's not going to do us as much damage. I can't even be bothered to get on my Quicksilver bullets now. Just let me at the fucking living failures. I think that was going okay for us though, despite having Yamamura. We were really chewing through their health. The bolt paper and blood, beast blood combo is a killer. Now, what every hunter needs, a little sip of beer. Alright mate. Yeah, me again. Still having a bit of a bother with these guys. Yeah, no problem. I think viscerals are entirely skill based. Oh, hello. We've got a small resonant bell coming in. Ruthless aim on. I like this guy's style. Frame rate. Oh dear. Behind the plant. Oh, this music. Ruthless Amon. You came at just the right time, my friend. You'll never be ruthless to me. You'll always be the hero of the Lemon Flower Garden. Beautiful. Well, what a relief to get those assholes out of the way. What a fight that is. People really diss that fight. And I don't think they could be more wrong. Here we have the sunflowers. Huge sunflowers that look quite organic, if you ask me. Wondrous cooperator. Quite right. He was a wondrous cooperator. Lots of sunflowers here. If we look at the... oh, there's my blood echoes. This lamp. Yeah, Ruthless Gardener, Amon. This lamp is called the Lemon Flower Gardens, I think. We can check that. Obviously from down here, we can see the... You see that? It's the Celestial Garden, where we'll fight the Celestial Emissary. This... You know, the thing about the living failures is, right, they were bred to make contact with the Great Ones. I don't actually know what the link is, but sunflowers famously look at the sun, you know, and the living failures are kind of looking up, praying to the cosmos, to the moon, I guess. They're kind of like organic sunflowers in that sense. I'm sure if you looked into the names, there'd be tons of links as well. You know, sunflowers, I mean, not just living failures. Oh, that's the Celestial Emissary, is it? Fucking awesome, isn't it? Absolutely awesome. Let's get these gloves off. We're knights. And don't forget it. Not quite yet, Ben. Not quite yet. We're going to pop back to the dream very briefly. Just to restock our files. Key to the astral clock tower at the top of the Grand Cathedral. The caretaker of the tower's numerous patients, known to them only as Lady Maria, made her home behind a giant star-interpreting clock. So, you know, explicitly this area is about the sky and interpreting the sky. They do look very organic, don't they? You know, they don't quite look like flowers. Maybe that's just their weight in the wind. Look like they've got eyes in the middle as well, don't they? I'm sure that's just a kind of trick the artists are playing. But it almost looks like they've got eyes right in the middle. Right. Yeah, so we've just got to pop back to the dream to refresh our files, etc. Is there any point, actually? Fuck it. You know. We're hunters. Do I want to fight her with bolt paper and beast blood? Definitely a bit of the old hunter bone, just out of respect. So here's the astral clock tower. Kind of resembles, you know, a church interior. Suggests that Maria was someone who actually believed in the church, perhaps in what she was doing was right. And here she is, still bleeding, as if she's just died. Goblet and an annoyingly smashed photo frame. We can't really make out what's on that. People think they can, but I don't think you can. So, press X to inspect corpse. This is the frontier of storytelling.
A corpse should be left well alone. Oh, I know very well how the secrets beckon so sweetly. Only an honest death will kill you now. From your wild curiosity.
Hello, the misanthrope. Green eggs, Nam, we'll talk about that afterwards. Started very well, but when I ran out of bullets, whew, I'm glad actually that I didn't just rinse her through with parries. I'm not actually sure if you can parry, like, in the second phase where she does those huge charge up blood attacks. It was going so well, but you know, that's the beauty of Bloodborne. That's the beauty of Bloodborne. Not like that, I can't. Oh god. Okay. Let's just calm down. Oh no. Oh, come on. Oh, that's bullshit. Just not close enough to her. Nailed me. Absolutely nailed me. You can't, you know, can't take anything away from her. I was expecting a sweep attack there, and obviously she just ran me through the heart, as fair maidens sometimes do. Yeah, totally Sephiroth. I think Miyazaki did that in just gonna go back to the dream to get some papers. It wasn't cruel. It's why she's an awesome it's why she's an awesome boss, you know. There was nothing unfair about that. It wasn't like the meteors, you know. Yeah, but I learned a lesson there, you know. Because I was keeping my distance from her, I was parrying her, but I couldn't get the visceral in. Like, that was because I was trying to have my cake and eat it. You know, I wanted the range, but I didn't want the danger of being up close. So, take her fire paper, take her bolt paper, take her bone marrow ash, although we're probably not going to use that. And back we go. Back for another round. Limonwood Garden. Limonwood. So, yeah, that would feed into what we were almost. Real JFK Sniper, what a great name. I used to be obsessed with the JFK murder for a little while. I read loads about it. But I'm afraid I am one of those convinced that there is no conspiracy. I didn't get any beast blood. Never mind. Uh-oh. Wow. So just brought out the gun all of a sudden. Oh, I can't believe these viscerals. That's more like it. That wasn't a good plan. Sorry, Maria. Never like ending it. What a game. You know, what a game. With boss fights like that. Just incredible. GG. Good evening, Blutz. Hello, Wallreaker. I know, Ben, I'm sad. The Celestial Dial. Cheers, Misanthrope. Let's have a little look. Success yet sadness. Perfectly put, Bertie. That could be a little note in this game. A celestial dial that functions with a giant astral clock in the Grand Cathedral. When the dial is held up towards the astral clock, the clock will come to life and reveal a secret to its curious interloper. Well, well, well. So, I think we should have a look at what's through this clock and then go to the Hunter's Dream and remind me, is it Do we equip the milkweed rune to make the old guy outside the fishing hamlet give us the item? So the real Maria killed herself for regret for the patients? I don't think so. I think she killed herself out of regret for what happened through here. I think that's why she's in this position. Look at that transition. So abrupt. So abrupt. They almost never do that. Like Dark Souls 2 does it, but Dark Souls 2 doesn't really work there. Whereas here, it really emphasises this is something forbidden, I think, something very secret. We find a lead elixir which we know materialises only in the most desperate of nightmares. We find these cairns which people used to build over their dead, particularly dead children, I believe. A madman's knowledge.
By the wrath of Mother Goss. Mercy for the poor wasn't child. Mercy. Oh, please.
So we find this guy.
Unless dragon blood, blasphemous murders, blood-crazed fiends. Atonement for the wretches by the wrath of Mother Goss. Mercy for the poor wasn't child. Mercy. Oh, please. Atonement for the wretches.
So,
Curse of blood upon
well, here we go.
and their children, and their children's children forevermore. Each wretched birth will plunge each
Child into a lifetime of misery. So, yep. This guy isn't very cheery. He looks like the lone survivor of the fishing hamlet, which also sounds similar to the description of one of the starting characters you can take, the lone survivor of a hamlet. So basically, this is a village that looked like it worshipped Cause, and what he says suggests that Bergenworth came here and genocided them, basically. I know genocided isn't a verb in that sense, but I couldn't think of what else to call it. And Bergenworth were after the orphan of Cause. Cause was dead.
Go on, good hunter. Very well lit.
You'll notice that she has the same voice actor as Maria. And I'm sure all you know this, by the way, but obviously the doll. We all know this, yes? The doll is a version of Maria. The doll was made by German, and we can look through various items. We'll do it before we fight German, because we're not on to German at the minute. That show that basically she was his pupil. She was obviously a great hunter. She had a lot of respect for him, but he loved her, and she never quite realised. And Gehrman and Maria did what they did at the fishing hamlet, and racked with guilt, she killed herself. I mean, this is just me guessing, of course. I'm actually going to repair that king, so I'm not happy with how... I think we got a... Did we get a nice round Blood Gem 5? No. Yep, he loved her. He loved her. So as you do, he made a doll of her. There you are. But that is not the doll Gehrman made. That is something else. So, someone tell me quick, do I put the milkweed rune on to go and get that thing from the dude? Look at that. I am now Lumenwood. I've got all the insight on the planet, mate. So I believe if you speak to the old dude with this rune equipped... Oh yes, good. There's Ken in the chat. He gives you a special item. And from this item...
Black and white, blasphemous murders, blood-crazed, fiend, atonement for mercy, mercy. Curse here, curse there, curse for he and she. White hair, a bottomless curse, a bottomless sea, source of all greatness, all things that be. Listen for the baneful chants. Weep with them as one in trance. And weep with us. Oh, weep with us.
Okay. So there we go.
Listen, a call to the bloodless. Fix your ears to...
So we got an item. An item from him, which is really quite grim. The Accursed Brew. Skull of a local from the violated fishing village. Violated is immediately like a red flag word. The inside of the skull was forcibly searched for eyes, as evidenced by innumerable scratches and indentations. No wonder the skull became stewed in curses. They who offer baneful chants weep with them as one in trance. So, oh yeah, the Innsmouth vibes are off the charts. The Innsmouth vibes are off the charts. That's a story by H.P. Lovecraft called Shadow over Innsmouth. And it's about a fishing village that basically becomes enthralled to an eldritch great one in the Lovecraftian kind of mythos, and its inhabitants change in form and become very unusual. And there you see the inhabitants of this village. So this is a creepy place. We're obviously going to change out of Cauliflower Head next time we go to the Dream, but we don't need to go to the Dream just to do that. Yeah, this is definitely not like... This isn't Innsmouth, but it's like really similar. I love the Mountains of Madness. It's a really, really great story. I wish the like the first 20 or 30 pages of it are quite dry, but it's kind of deliberate. Like, I know that's always a terrible thing to say. Oh, it's bad, but he means it to be bad. But basically, the first 20 or 30 pages of Mountain of Madness are an academic writing an academic report, and then what comes after, kind of like, is just brilliant. So yeah, as we can see, you know, everywhere's covered in what looks like, you know, maggots. There's all these dead people around, basically. Clearly been a massacre here. Barnacles everywhere, all these little charms and tchotchkes everywhere. These things, do you see those slugs? We're going to see a lot more of them. Do you mean when I'm locked on? Lovely gem. A lovely blood gem. I couldn't speak for a moment there. Oh, I see, I need the parasite. Yeah, he kind of floats around. Oh shit. Okay, I need to be careful because there's a shark man here somewhere. And the shark men are not nice. So we're kind of the kind of town square here. There's going to be a big shark enemy around here. Oh wow, I just noticed those. Maybe I could Molotov them. Oh no. Well, that worked amazingly well. Well, Ken, I'd be inclined to agree with you until that happened. What the hell is this guy? He's like a little assassin. So yeah, sharks, no sweat. Oh, hello. gonna say they didn't kill me 5 million times, but I did do it. So that guy's gonna throw something. Oh, the distance is really big. This is a good place. Took them for granted. Thought that little branch would guard me from the worst, but it did not. Right, folks, I wasn't actually planning on streaming tonight, but I felt with the biggest moon in the cosmos I had to. So I might leave this, might leave the fishing hamlet for another stream, and we can go and do some PvP, maybe in Mergo's Loft. Oh, we could try here. Why not try here? Might as well go and get our souls. If there's anyone around here, we'll fight them. Oh, we missed that out. Lots of blood vials around here anyway, lovely. Can't believe one of those guys just nailed me. Look at them all coming out the houses. And then I go. Yeah, they do kind of wow a little bit. Oh, not quite as good that time. Oh, lovely blood gem from him. Lovely. It doesn't really look like there's... Oh. Heated the little parasite float. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought I'd taken loads of damage there. I hadn't actually taken any. Beautiful. They're weak to fire, not bolt. I did not know that. Doesn't follow Pokemon rules. Well, they're not kin in the way we think of kin, are they? Perhaps they're closer to beasts. Despicable foe. That's a bit harsh, isn't it? Oh, I've really got to have a look through these blood gems at some point. Although I doubt I'll be putting elemental damage on my cane. Just not feeling it. Could blow these guys up. So you want electric to... oh, I see, like it would in Pokemon, I get it. Whoops. Dogs, is it? Why is it always dogs? Fish dogs. Wallreaker, great minds think alike. That's how it... whoa! Whoops. Shit. They really put up a fight, these enemies. I mean, I know I suck as well, but even the kind of little mongrelly ones. Oh my god. Slightly annoyed that R2 there didn't finish him off for maximum swag, but we'll survive. Oh. Right, there's more fishmen up here. You know what I mean, sharkmen. Oh god. Just not something you want to see of a day, is it? I did that in a stupid order. Oh god. I thought I'd survived it with the visceral. But obviously I didn't. Well, doesn't look like there's much PvP action around here. I don't mind losing those 30,000 souls or whatever they are. We could go to... let's go to Mergo's Loft. Yeah, he's a nightmare. I forgot he was there. And, you know, trying to take him on with Mr. fucking fiery purple head at you. It's just the stupidest idea in the world. Okay, so bye bye Milkweed Rune. We will put on the Corruption Rune. And we will go to Mergo's Loft Middle, which is quite a good area for PvP. We found earlier in this playthrough. But we're getting quite near the end, folks. I mean, I don't want to jinx it. But we've got the fishing hamlet, which will be a good night's episode. And then we've got German, pretty much. Oh, I didn't go and see Alfred. Well done, Sephiroth. No, I didn't. We need to send Alfred to Chaos. Whoops, thought he'd survive that. What am I going to do after this playthrough ends? I don't know. Play a bit more Bloodborne. I was actually thinking, Ben, I might go through the chalices. You know, I'm not sure now whether I actually prefer this character to my main character, because I've really got attached to the whip. It is a lovely weapon. Oh, here we go. Let's get the bolt paper out, give them a show. Brand, eh? Down we go, Brand. Good fight. Good fight. Neither of us really hitting our parries there, but God, I love that bolt paper. Does another good. And the blood drag, I believe, gives us an extra point of insight. I think. Let's have a little look at it anyway while our sinister bell rings. GG. GG. Yeah, good fight that, I thought. I kinda thought I'd parried him a few times, but I always say that, don't I? I always say that. Now why would I offer it to Annalise? The vile bloods of Cainhurst, bloodlusting hunters, see these frightful things in cold blood. So a little link there between the vermin, you know, vermin found hidden within filth are only seen by league confederates and are the roots of man's impurity. No, Sephiroth, she'll never accept you. You can propose to her, but she won't accept you. The fool. They often appear in the blood of echo fiends, that is to say, the blood of hunters. Queen Annalise partakes in these blood drag offerings so that she may one day bear the child of blood, the next vile blood heir. So let's use it. Yeah, a point of insight, which is lovely because for every successful fight, we basically get 2 pieces of bolt paper worth of insight. Ring, 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 my little bell. Bring me a nib. There we go. Who shall it be? Ooh, the anticipation. I can't wait. Miss Mitsuha. Oh, come on. Well, I really hope I get that player again, because I was trying to parry that move and I shouldn't have. I guess you can parry it, but online it's unreliable. And it one-shot me. I guess that's all they had. But it was enough. It was enough. Wallreaker, that's my reaction. What? What? La la la. May as well kill these guys. Oh, alright, Bertie. Night night, Grim. One more fight, I think. One more fight, and then we will call it a night. I really did only mean to do an hour tonight. But what a wonderful game. Here we go, folks. Let's hope it's the Bloodletter person and we can get our revenge. Oh yeah, I know it's Brador's weapon. I've never been a Bloodletter user myself though, because I don't really meme slayer. Oh no. He's running. Is he? Is he not going to heal? Oh, come on. I can't believe I'm not getting the parries. There we are. Night night, meme slayer. Guess I'm not a meme. Well, folks. What a lovely night it has been. With the beautiful game of Bloodborne. Oh, Civilized, hello. You turned up at just the wrong moment, my friend. I'm afraid that's going to be it for me tonight, folks. GG. I'm glad we could end on a visceral attack. It feels like a handshake across realms and voids, and indeed the internet. GG, well played everyone. I think you can just watch it on the site, Civilized, I'm not sure, but I uploaded fucking tons of them to YouTube the other day. Anyway, bye folks, thank you for watching. I will see you next time I'm on, which probably won't be until the weekend now, if I'm honest, because I'm quite busy during the week. So I will see you then. Nighty night. Remember to have a little look out of your bedroom window at the biggest moon you will ever see in your life, and think a little about the wonderful world of Bloodborne. Nighty night folks, been a pleasure.